All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. What's up, Nostalgia Spampton, Kevin Jones? How you doing? Oh, cryophobia. I'm so green. So true. It's peak already. Appreciate that, Kenny. Welcome, Goofy. All right. Hopefully, we're gonna be moving it on to texture work today, which I feel like that's when everything kind of comes together. We do have a couple things we need to touch up first. Oh, I'm not on my general stream, so that didn't pop up. I'll just read it myself. I'm so green by cryophobia. Appreciate it. Appreciate the 5. Let's actually go over to stream setup so that any alerts can pop through. Oh, there it is.
I'm so green.
There we go. I didn't know it cues it. That's actually kind of cool. Hi, hello, Nostalgia Spampton. Oh, I'm green. That's true. Your profile picture is green, Goofy. You do have that going. What's up? What's up, stand up? Alright, this is what we got so far. I had to go in and do a little shrink wrap modifier just because the mesh is uneven and I remeshed it to be symmetrical. But it's looking good now. I'm probably just going to apply this. And then we can get detail from the model afterward. But I think today's mission, before we even get into the remesh, or not remeshing, the texture work, we gotta add some like shredded skin around the mouth. Obviously we need teeth at some point. That's gonna be important too. And then maybe like some seaweed growth right about here. Like a little bit down the neck. Could be interesting. Either way, we're gonna start with probably teeth, because he definitely needs something to chew with. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Tarnished Obsession. New model I find to miss a lot of live streams, but it's my first time. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear you could make it, Nostalgia. Alright. Let's add some teeth. Or maybe gums first. We'll work with gums. Put teeth in there and then sculpt it. Is it not going to have hair and not look like a dog? It's going to have... I'm thinking some sort of variation of this. I mean, this thing has like a... It's like a bowl cut, almost. So maybe not that. But it's going to kind of have like... you know how horses sort of have that like line of hair down the back of their neck? I'm thinking something like that could be interesting. Either way, we're going to experiment with it. See what we like. I might make it like seaweed instead of actual hair. But we'll see how we feel once we get to it. For now, we gotta get teeth up in here. Also, let's smooth this out. Shade flat. Yeah, we need to kind of like fix the ridge of the mouth a bit. Smooth. Nope, that's the opposite of smoothing. There we go. Look, he's got one tooth. He needs one of those little propeller hats and like a big swirly rainbow lollipop, you know? That'll really complete it. Alright, let's make this look like actual gums. So how's everybody's day going? Why bro sad? I mean, he's kind of a wretched horror from the depths of the ocean. So I think I'd probably be sad too. That and he doesn't have any teeth yet, so we need to give him some. Mirror. We should do that before subdividing. There we go. Bro, we're already starting off with banger music. You'd love to see it. Does it not? Okay, there we go. Creature full of whimsy. Yeah, he's got whimsical depression, sort of. There we go. We can actually sculpt some detail into this afterward, because definitely need to make it a little more gnarly if it's going to be cryptid. That'll end about there, and then duplicate it for the bottom row. There we go. That should work. So green, hell yeah. Mr. Green. It is good. Also, and also I can graduate school. Hell yeah! Glad to hear it. Oh, you say goofy? I thought you were talking about me. Oh no, no. All right. Actually, I should probably subdivide it a couple more times. Subdivision. Come back. Do more. There we go. And we'll sculpt it and then mesh it down, or I guess remesh. Or actually, let's add teeth first, so I kind of know where the gum bumps are gonna be at. Okay, so here's the question: what kind of teeth do we want? I think we want like fewer teeth, but bigger. Like we kind of want mostly mashers and molars, then maybe like 2 big canines going up and down, something like that. We'll give it a go. I'll just make it cubes for now. Scale it down. Just finished the most hard FNAF game, and I'm not feeling like I have any energy left, so I might not make it to the end. That's alright, you know what? You can sit here for as long as you need to have a respite. You gotta go, you go. Is this for your Mackenzie project? No, this is a sort of one-off stream project. I might make a separate video out of it at some point, but for now I just kind of want to model monsters. Keep me sharp, keep me from getting too stuck in one genre of creature. Alright, let's subdivide these. I wonder if actually, maybe we could import the jaw bit from our, like, bear, Fredbear thing. Hold on, actually, I'm gonna try and do that. 1 second. Where's the display capture? There we go. Alright, take a peek at that for a second. I gotta import stuff without spoiling anything. File. Append. Okay, there we go. The file explorer's off to the other side. You can look again. Still gotta pick it, but... okay, not cryptids. This is my desktop. We want to go to the Mackenzie stuff. No. Or, you know what? No, that would be on my desktop. A, B, C, D, 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 cute, creepy, Funtime Freddy. Why is it not popping up? Well, now I'm just confused. Where'd it go? Desktop. Cute, creepy. Funtime Freddy. Oh, this is just reference images. Oh, okay, so it would be in my thing. Hold on a second, we'll get there eventually. Blender sessions, where would it be then? Creepy design, probably. Yep. Funtime Freddy, there we go. Funtime Fredbear, collection. I'll just import everything. Append. There we go. Alright. Look at that. Oh, he's much bigger. Should have toned down his size a little bit. We'll delete that. We don't need that. We'll delete that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that, or that, or that, or all these lights and stuff. Don't need any of that. Alright, don't need the jaw. The bones. Where's that? Oh, that's for the neck, right? I forgot that I set that up. Delete. Delete. Probably could have appended the specific object, but you know what? I'm lazy and this works, so. There we go. Alright, now we have teeth. I love assorted jars of teeth. Alright. Take this thing, bring it up. Y. Make the pivot at the... Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Rotate Z 90, minus 90. There we go. And median. Is that median? That seems like active, not median, but whatever. I'll live with it. And then we'll just manually place them. Meglinda's jars of teeth. I know. I have too many jars of teeth, you know. But they're just so wonderful. Alright. Put these... X, we don't need both sides for that. G, Y, G, Z. Y, location, and then mirror. Probably I should also apply rotation. Yep, there we go. Alright. It's looking pretty bad to start, but we can kind of spread these teeth out a bit and make some sort of use out of them. What are those? Oh yeah, these are the things. We don't need these. Delete, 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 delete. Alright, and that's the remesh body. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Apply rotation. Mirror. I need to make this global. There we go. Those Pizza Tower music you just played. Yeah. Got quite a few of those on my playlist for stream. Pizza Tower kinda rocks, not gonna lie. Duplicate, scale on the Z. There we go. I gotta make sure that it interlocks in a way that makes some kind of sense. How do you feel about that? That kind of looks a little goofy. Honestly, just that we don't have enough teeth right now. Once we get enough, we're gonna start. It's gonna start looking a lot better. Subway surfers at the bottom. Yeah, just to kind of keep people engaged, you know. Make sure everybody's paying attention. Okay, there should be a way that I can kind of scatter teeth. I know I did it with one of the Mackenzie scenes for the ceiling and the floor for stalactites and stalagmites. Because I kind of want to just have like an amalgamation of gnarled teeth growing in every which direction here. That's going to be a lot to place manually. So you know what? Let's just be a little crazy here. I'm gonna actually open up a Mackenzie scene, because why not? Open. Gotta hide this so that I don't accidentally spoil Mackenzie stuff again. Open. There is the Mackenzie folder. Blunder. Let's go to the Lila one and take a look at it. You know, you're gonna get a little sneak peek at behind the scenes here for Lila. Links, shred. No, this is not the correct thing. HIJKL. Kenzie, no. Where did I put that scene? I put it somewhere. Love this stream, it's different for some random reason. Appreciate that. It's just because we're such chill dudes. We're so laid back. Okay, genuinely, where the hell is this folder? Archived animations, maybe? Nope. Archived 3D models? Nope. Okay, genuinely, where did I put this? Chicken, creepy designs. I should really name these things a lot better than I do. Why wouldn't it be in links? Maybe it is this one. I'll just open it up, why not? No, that's not it. Here, I'll put it on screen. File, open. Just so you have something to look at. What are you doing? I'm looking for the cave scene that I did with Lila. This is the Lila model, by the way. Look at it. It's wonderful. Look at all that fuzz. It lags every render I do of her, but, you know, turn it off for now. There she is. In all her glory. Okay. Not archived. It's definitely not the bow video. L, maybe it's under Lodge? TV tank, texture, water, wraith, Lila, cave. Cave training, footage compile, Lila episode edit, mix, rock cave. There we go. Alright, hopefully this works and doesn't crash. It might crash, but I hope it doesn't. Oh no. Well, that's not a good sign. You made a VHS FNAF, it's so cool. Appreciate that, Godkane. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna close that and try again. Hold on a second. Technical difficulties, but we'll figure it out. It's gonna be worth it. I promise. Alright, not links more shred. We open it back up. We go to Lodge. The Lodge, Lila Ice Cave, Rock Cave. Alright, that should do it. There we go, here we are. So if I go to layout. Hey, there it is. You're getting a little behind the scenes look. Oh my god. This is the entirety of the rock cave. I didn't model all of it, because you don't see all of it, but you know. This is what's in there, and there's stalactites in here. This is what we're here for right now. If it'll let me select it. Why isn't it? What's going on? Do I have it set up weird? Why can't I pick Oh, I'm in pose mode. That'll do it. Zoom in, select this. There we go. This is a little behind the scenes look. I wonder if I still have the animation set up for when Lila goes after him. What is this animation? Let's just play it and see, actually. This is what the Winter Watchman looks like behind the camera, by the way. You know, little spoiler. He does not have much of an actual human setup to him. Just the parts you end up seeing. That's what's animated here. Oh yeah, this is when he has his little brain freak out. Wonderful. Do I have anything else animated, or did I... Yeah, I think I removed it. Yeah, I just had to, like, re-render this one part. Alright, well... That's enough of the behind-the-scenes stuff. How did I make stalactites? Because I don't remember. Geometry nodes. Alright, what is this setup? This is a lot. Distribute points on faces, incidents on points, cone... Okay, yeah, the cone, that's the object. Cardboard man, yeah, he's really more of a placeholder than anything. Random value, realize instance, always subtract, multiply, offset. Okay. Am I able to just, like, grab all of this and put it into the other scene? Here, let's name it. Oh. Let's name it top cones. And that's what this one's called, and this one's called bottom cones. And I'll just save it. And then we'll go back to the other file. Open recent, Cryptids. There we go. Now we're back here, and we go to geometry nodes, and we append, which I again have to make sure that I don't spoil things. A lot of censoring going on, but I can't leak the entire next episode, guys. I can't do it. Rock cave. Okay, now we're in something resembling not what you call it, spoilers. Node tree, perhaps. Bottom cones. Append. And then I select for the top one. Or no, for the bot, we're gonna have to separate them. That's what we're gonna have to do. Separate, selection. There we go. Bottom cones. Bottom cones. New. Bottom cone. Why? Oh, there we go. Okay, well that didn't really do what I wanted it to. Apply all transforms. Well, now what? What did it do? God damn it. It's broken. What if I make the density super high? Oh, yeah, okay. That's what'll do it. So then we need to scale this way down. Vertices, side segments, radius, depth. Let's bring that way down. Well, that's... I think I have it backwards, so I need to append top cones too. Top cones. Pick top cones, and then increase the density by a lot. It feels wrong, but you know what? It's fine. Yeah, no, see, that's not working either. I love it when things in Blender should work and then they just don't. It's my favorite part of working with Blender, although that does make for interesting, weird little kelpie chin hairs. Interesting. Looks creepy already, appreciate it. Okay, we need to figure this out. Let's do a combine. Maybe merge? Nope. Mesh. There's one that you can do to like recombine meshes. Alright, geometry. Sample right material operations. Merge by distance? No. Separate geometry? Okay, what is the opposite one of separate geometry though? Now see, that one just does separate. Okay, well, let's use bottom cones. And then, is there a rotation value in here somewhere? Whoa. Interesting. Oh. Oh, did not mean to do that. There we go. 180. We're getting there. Sorry I'm late. No problem. No worries. Are you able to add something to the playlist? Depends on if it's copyright free or not. But if it is, then yes. Let's do object. No. Object. There we go. Let's do these. Instance. Okay, well that doesn't do what I want it to, but... Mesh. Okay, so then maybe mesh? God, I wish I understood anything I was doing in geometry nodes. I only have this set up because I did a tutorial. Sorry, late, no problem. Faction? Okay, you know what? I have an idea. First of all, I'm going to delete these. We don't need those two anymore. Everything else... I don't know what's up with this. We can just delete that. We don't need widgets, because they're not tied to anything. And then all this will just scale up. And then apply all transforms to everything. Oh, that messed up the teeth quite a bit. Apply all transforms. Hide the body. Oh, okay, yeah. See, that's much more interesting. Why is that? Oh, wait. That's interesting. Why did it... Oh, it did median point. That's why. 3D cursor. And then scale up. And then apply all transforms. There we go. See, we were working on too small of a setup there. And then this we can hide, and then we're cooking, potentially. Okay, where do we position this?
How gooey.
What's his name? He's Arctic Godzilla. Also appreciate the two. He is indeed a little bit gooey. It's called Too Much Too Bare. I think it might be on whatever you're using for music. I'm using Spotify. Too much too bare. I don't see it on here. So it looks like it's not on here. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places though. Sorry if I was late. You gotta get here on time, Drog. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome in. Okay. Density. And then let's do length, maybe a little. Okay. That's interesting looking, but not what I want. Oh, we're gonna spend a whole stream on gums, aren't we? It's gonna be a nightmare. Let's maybe... I gotta figure out how to offset this. What is it up to on this? Nothing. That's cool. I didn't want it to do anything anyway. Ah, okay. Interesting. Gotcha. I'm starting to understand. Fun fact, I changed my profile pic and name. What was your original name? I used to be clear. Oh, yeah, I remember you. Okay, what does this do? That's too much. Alright, this stream is no longer texture work. It's just going to be figuring out troubleshooting on geometry nodes. So, bacala. Geometry, mesh, operations. Dual mesh. Convert faces into vertices and vertices into faces. I don't know what that means. Mesh volume, split, edges, primitives, topology, UV, write, read. Sample, no. Generate, no. Group, no. Layout, no. Geometry. Right, material, operations. Separate geometry. Split a geometry into two geometry outputs based on a selection. Okay. Where's the merge one? Good luck. Thanks. I think I'm gonna need it, Venom, and it's because geometry nodes is wizard shit as far as I'm concerned. I have no idea what I'm doing. Read geometry to join. God, there it is. Okay. Progress. We put this here, put that there. Boom. Now we have gums, and we made them a little warbly too. That was not intentional, but you know what? I'll take it. Actually, you know, no, I need to. How do we fix this? Because I do need to. Maybe we put realize instances there, put that there, and then put that there. And does that do it? No. Wait, yeah, because we have to put this here. Okay, it's still doing it, but I don't comprehend. I don't understand. Why is that doing it? That math's happening there. Wait a minute. I understand now. Okay, put that there. We're making it slowly but surely. Put that there, and then that there, and then the logic flows. There we go. It has to go there. I figured it out. Guys, I'm like evolving live on stream right now. It's crazy. I know I do Blender animation too, and your work is so good. I appreciate it. Guys, we're figuring out geometry nodes. It's happening, maybe, possibly, potentially, probably not, but we'll, you know. Okay, that's a little clustered. Yeah, there we go. That makes it a little easier to look at. Okay, let's do another set position. Why not? And that one, we just move it up a little bit. Alright, cool. And then we need to take that one out. There we go. We're getting closer to a solution. It's still not a solution, but it's closer. Evolving Megla. Yeah, I'm becoming amalgam. Or isn't like amalgam? Isn't that a thing in something? I'm not sure. Look at all those emojis. Those are beautiful. I do kind of like the crazy teeth idea though. So that is something. All right, I'm just gonna, okay, I need to analyze the logic real quick. Hold on. So we distribute points on faces. Okay. Instance on points goes into points. The instances that we're working with right now are cones. Okay. Scale is randomized by a random value node. That goes into a realized instance, which makes it real, and then puts it on a position which is being affected by noise, so that makes it warbly. And then set position for the tooth offset. So then if what I want to do is I want to make sure it only shows up on the top half of the gums. Hello everyone, welcome Riley Kelly. I need to figure out, I would want a normal, right? Normal. No. Yes? Maybe. Let's put normal in the rotation, see what happens. Well, that's not really what I wanted to have happen, but interesting. At least we know that. I'm not sure to do rotation. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. Let's get rid of this offset node right now. We'll just have the one. So right now what's happening, okay, so we want this to rotate 180 before it even goes to instancing, I think. Rotate. No, that's not what we want. We're getting there though, I believe. Radius, oh okay, wait, so if I just make the radius at the top 0, and then increase the bottom radius. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting kind of spikies, so that's interesting. Makes it kind of like a club mouth jaw thing. Which is interesting. Not what we're going for, but it's interesting. What the fuck happened to my emoji? I don't know, it just became a bunch of views for some reason. Okay, so that's unique. How much long left in stream? Well, when did we start? We probably have a while, not gonna lie. Oh god, we're in 44 minutes in, really? That's crazy. I feel like we've done nothing. Okay, well I usually go for about an hour and a half, so. Okay, so we don't want the radius to be that thick, so let's add like 0.5 to that. And then let's bring the depth down just a little bit to like 0.1. And then we'll increase the density quite a bit. I come back to see our guy has grass in his mouth. Is he okay? Yeah, I don't know. He's growing crazy teeth. You know what's stupid? It probably would have been easier to just manually add the teeth at this point. I do want to change from cone to the object, though, to like actual teeth. Object value unknown, not evaluated. Please do these teeth. Instances. No, that's okay. I didn't want you to make sense anyway. Mesh. Object. Self-object? No. Input. Oh, constant. Material, object, image, color, collection. Value, vector, string. No. I don't know. Just Megla trying to sort out a problem. Yeah, it's... we might have to just abandon this idea as much as I want it to work, because it's just... I need to, like, educate myself on geometry nodes before I use them, but I keep wanting to use them to solve problems. Is there, like, a direction Transform direction. Wait a minute. No. Okay, we want to read. So input, output, viewer. Now, attributes, geometry, read. Radius, no. Yes, more Pizza Tower music, hell yeah. Alright, you know what? I'm giving up on it. I'm just gonna manually place the teeth. This is a massive waste of time, but you know what? It's whatever. I'll place teeth down, it'll be fine. Grab this, and duplicate it, move it on the Z, rotate X, no, Y. 1, no, I don't want to do that. Median. Rotate Y, 180. Okay, that's interesting. 180. Rotate Z, 180. I'm just gonna manually place down a bunch of gnarly teeth. And I'll give them a bit of noise once I'm done, and that'll be that. Alright, cool. Gonna need to grab a couple extra teeth. Move them down. There we go. It's looking a little bit better. I kind of want to break up the uniformness of this by including a couple of smaller teeth here. There we go. There we go. Looking a little better. Because I hate normal emojis, so I just use the emojis that are like, oh yeah, the original AOL type beat text emojis. The classics, so to speak. Okay, I'm gonna grab these, and I want to kind of elongate them a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. Cool, cool, cool. Many ways much easier. It's one of those things where, like, if I knew geometry nodes, it would potentially look better and be done easier, but I don't know anything about them. So when I run into a problem, I'm like, well, this is just gonna look terrible, and I just kind of have to deal with that. It is what it is. I'll learn them one day. Maybe, potentially. Or I'm lying to myself. Both are equally valid options. Z, scale on the Z. Going to... Well, what is this? I just joined. We're making Antarctic Godzilla, or at least my interpretation of what that could possibly mean, because it's kind of vague online. But it's a thing. I promise. We'll do this one, and we'll just make it a little bit longer. Alright, and then we'll grab these and put them near the back. I'm gonna have to delete a couple of these, but for now, this will work. I don't know what's up with these. We can just delete those. Don't need them. And I think these spiky ones are a little too smooth for my taste, but we'll be fixing that soonish. We need some front teeth. Alright. And we'll do these for the top ones. There we go. That looks pretty good. Like that. Maybe even scale it down a little bit more. These ones need to be scaled up though. They're a little too far apart. Update on the X, bring it down to Y. Maybe bring it out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, these look a little too uniform, so we'll replace them with a couple pairs of these. Nice. Alright, and then we'll rotate this. Alright, cool. That's looking better. We have something coherent and it didn't give me a headache to make it. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, cool. And then these are all one thing. So we'll apply the mirror. I'll probably remove a couple of the teeth here and there, just to make it look a little more natural. We'll delete these. Cool, cool, cool. And then we'll go to geometry nodes and do a simple distortion. Mesh. At least we'll try. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. If it doesn't work, I'm getting out as soon as possible because I don't want to waste any more time on geometry nodes. This one actually we can use a bit of the cone logic, and we'll just remove all this part. Oh, well, that's no good. Hello, Michael. Hello, Nox. You came in at an opportune time. Alright, well, I'll restart it. 1 second. Hopefully it's saved. File. Recover. Last session. Nope, that's a spoiler. Thank God I hid my screen. Recover, autosave. Cryptids, autosave. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're back to this bit. Where did the gums go? That's weird. Okay, I'll just... bring them forward and down a bit. Oh, we need medium point again. Oh, we do. Why is it doing the thing then? Yeah, whatever. Alright, we didn't lose too much progress. Seem to be having trouble. Would you like some help? Yes or no? I mean, I'll take any help that I can get at this point. Duplicate, bring it on the Y, bring it on the X, bring it down. There we go. Duplicate it again, rotate that, scale that up. We'll have these kind of poke out a little bit, because why not? It looks neat. There we go. Alright, so that's good. I'm gonna save it so that it doesn't break. Not compositing. Geometry notes. Alright. These teeth. New. Bottom cones. And we're going... No. Top cones. Because I didn't tweak those ones. And we're moving that there. Removing the rest of this. There we go. Now it doesn't crash. That's a lot better. Let's do subdivide. Let's bring the scale down just a little bit. Maybe no. Okay. We make it 0.05 to make it a little less crazy. Yeah, there we go. And then we just apply. There we go. Now it's got some warbliness to it. It's a little bit random. It's a little bit random sauce. Alright. And then these, we'll just delete a couple of the teeth. Delete those ones. And then on this side, we'll delete this one. And this one. There we go. Nice. I love it. How many polygons is this for just the teeth? That is 35. Good lord. Let's decimate that, because I don't want that much detail for teeth. Unsubdivide. Do it twice. Yeah. Face count after that, 8,000. I'm okay with 8,000 for teeth. That'll work. Alright, and are these combined? Nope, they're their own separate thing. That's good. Alright, with teeth, he's looking a little more complete. A little more like a creature. Does he need a tongue? I don't think he's gonna need a tongue for now. If he does, we'll come back to it. I believe bye everyone. Alright, see you later, Nostalgia Spampton. Okay, sculpt. This is the inside of his rib cage. There we go. Gonna simulation mess with these a little bit. Okay, that's way too much. Turn the strength way down. Okay, that's not doing what I want it to. Give fan art next stream. I got nothing so that you don't need to give anything. No problem. I appreciate any fan art, but if you don't want to do it, you don't gotta do it. If you do want to do it, that's cool, and I appreciate it. Okay, there's gotta be... Actually, you know what? Let's do so. Oh yeah, that looks good. I like that. Yeah, that does exactly what I want. Maybe that's a bit too much though. We'll do it. Oh yeah, we're not doing the bottom ones right now. Okay. And then we'll inflate around the gum area. I need to turn it way down so that it doesn't balloon everything completely. Nice. on so that it actually has something it's connected to. Alright, that looks more like gums. And then we'll bring down the resolution. Just to add some noise. Bring it up slightly. Smooth it over just a bit. Nice. Now we got gnarly gums. Alright, now I gotta do it with the bottom ones. Sculpting. Alright. And same deal. Oh. Some tries. Alright, then we gotta balloon it out. Perfect. Wonderful. And a little bit of noise. How much time have you spent on this so far? I usually do 1.5 hour long streams. We've done 2 streams so far, so it's like 3 hours plus this stream's been going on for an additional hour, so about 4 hours time. This is the part of the process that we're at with the model. My dog is sneezing. Pay no mind to her. Scale it up, remesh, do a little bit of smoothing, and then we'll do retopology afterward. Nice. Let's give that a material and change its viewport display so we have something to look at that looks a little nice. Black. And not metallic, but very shiny and smooth. Nice. And then same thing for that. Epic. And we'll leave that for now. Black gums. I gotta keep these pen. Wait a second. When I finish the sentence, kind of mask guy is going to say, I smell, insert the word, penny, is what I said. Plug it. I have no idea what you're going on. Alright. I wanted to do texture painting, and we've been going for how long? An hour? I want to get at least some texture painting done. Get some life breathed into this thing. We can do the gum flaps, and or not the gum flaps, the lip flaps later. For now, I want to texture paint this thing. Shading, UV edit. Let's do UV editing. Oh, this is being finicky. Don't like that at all. There we go. That's why it was being weird. That makes sense. UV. Oh. Smart UV project. Unwrap. That looks interesting. I like the way that it kind of did that. It's pretty neat. Alright, shading. New material. Beast. Base. Let's add normal map. Alright. We're gonna have to temporarily remove the lips. Select loops, inner region, separate selection. And for this, we'll just F3 grid fill. There we go. And we'll bake the normals this way. Hold on. UV editing. Smart UV project. Unwrap those faces, and then we select everything. And then just these faces, and we'll scale them down and put them somewhere on the mesh that isn't using these textures at all. We'll make them tiny so that it's insignificant. I'll put it like right here. There we go. And now we can bake a UV shading, image texture, new body, normals. We want 4K, so I'll do times 4. Do we want 32-bit float? It'll make it heavier, but fuck it, why not? Weeball. Non-color, put that in there. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, nice. It's a meme? Oh, I don't know the meme. Haven't gotten the chance to join a stream before. What kind of dog do you have? I have a... I mean, they say it's a pit bull, but she's like a pit bull terrier mix with something else. She kind of looks like a kangaroo, so I just say kangaroo. We'll go with that. Was that new animatronic? It's a cryptid. We're making it based on something called Antarctic Godzilla, which is a real thing. You can Google it. But yeah, that's what this is based on. I'm just kind of going wild with it. What happened to his teeth? We sealed his mouth for now, just so that I can bake normals, because normals are finicky about that sort of thing. Normal influence selected to active. Bake shader on the surface of selected object to the active object. Okay. So let's pick the... Why isn't it showing up? Oh, it's because it's hidden. I mean, that'll do it. No. Okay, listen. Where's the other one? Okay, so this, and then we select that, and then we bake. We give it a second. I have a golden doodle? Hell yeah. Alright, we'll let it do its thing. Okay. How messed up does it look? It looks a little messed up, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see how that looks rendered. Show me the... Well, that's not very helpful lighting conditions, is it? Put that in there. Now how does it look? Still like nothing, because it's not on. There we go. Yeah, see, so that looks a little wrong. But it's okay. We can make it look less wrong. Maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Alright, how about we go to body, everything, and then just Alt-S very slightly. Oh. Alt-S again, just a little bit. Okay, well, let's try this one now. Bake. What's that? Antarctic Godzilla. Something for reason his siblings were gold. I have a golden doodle, but for some reason his siblings were golden except for one sister, which was brown and white. I think my golden doodle's black, and I think he's cute. Hell yeah. I have a palm. Hell yeah. I've been listening to old Rockfire show tapes while watching this. Would love to hear it. They are bangers. Okay, so this is an improvement. It's still not quite right. There are definitely some problem areas. What are we gonna do about those? You know what? I have an idea. Hold on. We can fix it. So what we're gonna do... Okay, let's get out of this view first because it's very laggy. So we're gonna leave this as is, and then we're gonna go to the retopo body, and we're gonna instead move this outward ever so slightly by shrink wrapping onto body, project above surface. We'll increase the offset just a little bit. Again. Okay, that's too much. It's a little annoying, but I need like a proxy bake mesh or something. I know. Hold on. So let's just we'll make this subdivide. And put that before shrink wrap. Subdivide it like twice. It's gonna be a lot of polygons. Might crash Blender, but who knows. And then we'll move it up just a little bit. And then any little bits that don't work or whatever, I'll just live with it. Alright, let's see how that works. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, no, never mind. I was thinking a little weirdly for a second. I figured it out. Alright, give it a second to do its thing. If there's any black spots after this, I'll just be like, it's part of the design. It's meant to look a little messed up. Alright, cool. That did a much better job. And then you know what? Now that it's already done it, we don't need subdivision. We don't need that. So it's all good. And then we can just hide the base body. And what do you know? Look, it keeps the detail. It's still got some black spots, but you know what? Honestly, we'll just say it adds to the character. We'll say it's little bits of dirt. It's not broken UVs. It's not a bug. It's a feature. Alright? It's supposed to look like that. It's terrible on purpose. Alright, now we can get rid of the mouth and fix it. This... Well, hold on. This is being a little finicky. Loop tools, inner region, faces, delete faces, combine this together, and then we'll do this, and well, okay, you know, we're just gonna select all, and then merge vertices by distance. And what do you know? It just works. We got it completely set. How does it look on this? Yeah, it looks fine. Alright, let's make these black. I don't know what is going on with these teeth. What the heck? What material is this? Oh, that was from when I was working with... Okay, well, we don't want that. Actually, wait, undo. I mean, that doesn't look terrible. I'll adjust that. I'll leave that on that, and then we'll make this one just pure black and very shiny. Lovely. Alright, alright. Vision's coming to fruition. Let's do a basic pass on the texture painting, and then we can call it a day there. Let's hide the teeth and the gums for now. Alright, base beast. I need to save the UV map. Hold on. Why is everything always so laggy? I love Blender, but it's crazy sometimes. Alright, body normal. Yes. And I want to save those images. Save as. That's reference images. Where is the actual cryptid? Not lodged. Not creepy design. Bowhead, abyssal, creepy design. Sort by name. Where is it? Hold on. Desktop. Oh, I do have it on my desktop. That's interesting. Cryptid. Okay, well then I'll make a texture folder because I am now realizing I haven't done that. Texture. Open that up. Save as. There we go. Wonderful. So that's saved. Don't have to worry about that anymore. And then we need an image texture for the body. Color to color. Look, he's pink. Completely perfect, no notes. I don't need to fix it. It's already perfect. But I'll touch it up just in case with an actual image texture. Body texture. 4K. Alrighty. And if we go to texture paint, I hope it's like decent resolution. It might not be the highest res, but I'll make sure it's not like hot garbage. Oh, missing textures. Oh yeah, gotta pick the texture first. Okay, how does that look? That looks not bad. How about this? Okay, so it's sizable enough. Good to know. Just remember, Mackenzie's a girl. Indeed she is. Let's do... Is there a paint bucket option? Paint bucket. White. Okay. Now we gotta decide on a color palette here. So he's Antarctic Godzilla. I'm assuming he's gonna be kind of Arctic feel-like. So he's gonna be a whitish color, maybe like white and black. Or maybe more gray and black. Let's think like... I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide. I know that I want him... Okay, so what I'm thinking... Okay, hold on. I need to like center on this because it's being a little annoying. What I'm thinking is that we have like... Well, that's laggy to paint. Hold on. I think we have like black eyes, or at least eye sockets. And then, so we need something to contrast with the black eye sockets. This is very laggy. Something's telling me it might be a bit of a bad idea to let it do the UV unwrapping on its own. Why is it lagging so much? It wasn't a second ago. Is it good? Okay. Hold on, I want to test something. Because it was working fine back over here. Okay, that works. Maybe if I do it at an angle. Yep, that works. So why, when I do that, does it not want to work? Is it painting through everything? Is that what's happening? So it's calculating every single polygon behind it? That's kind of annoying. If that's the case. I guess I'll have to hide the rest of the body. Ooh, welcome user NC8XQ3WK8T. Welcome to stream. Okay, so this lags whenever the rest of the body gets painted. So let's like just do this and then select loop, inner region, invert selection, hide. And then we'll exit that mode. And does that work? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's better. We're cooking again. So we're gonna kind of do something like that. Alright. And the mouth for sure needs to be black on the inside. I'll go ahead and spray paint all that. That's all good in there. Wonderful. I need to soften up these edges a little bit. Nice. It's looking decent. I know that song, I forgot the name of the game though. It is Shipwrecked 64. It kind of looks like he's wearing lipstick. That was not the intent. Hold on, let's fix that real quick. Is the one drawback of automatically generated UVs is sometimes there's just like weird edges that don't make literally any sense. Alright, there we go. And then we'll make the nose black as well. Looks like the puppet. I can kind of see that. Alright, let's fix that brow a little bit. Alright, cool. Oh, okay, I see the issue. You know what? Hold on. Because if it's going to do that, that's going to be annoying the whole way through. So, you know what? I might as well... How long has stream been going? About an hour and a half now. We're going to tack on an extra half hour, maybe. We'll see how I feel. But I want to do proper UVs. Because it is annoying to do, but it's going to save us a lot of headache later on. So I'm gonna do that, yeah. That's probably the move. So we'll need to split them in half. We'll do this for the head. Okay, a lot of these are very... I don't like what this is becoming. Hold on. Smooth corrective. Show it in edit mode. Oh. Okay, I don't know why that's merged there. Doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. We'll live with it. Okay, so that's better topology distribution. But it's okay, hold on. I know what the actual fix to this is. X, smooth. But then we want to do smooth surface, right? Yeah, smooth surface is the way to go. If we go to wireframe, where's wireframe? There we go. This is the problem area. Boom, not the problem area anymore. Okay, yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna smooth this out across everywhere on every bit of the mesh so that it's reasonable to work with. Doesn't look too annoying to my brain. Alright, and now that that's all good to work with, line here, line down the middle, which is not that one, it's that one. And then a line on the arms to separate the arms. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So why is that merged with that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, we gotta fix a topology issue. That's alright. Merge. At last. And then let's delete that one. Now. How do we fix this? Delete vertice. X, Z. There we go. We just do that. A little bit of manual fixing never hurt anybody. There we go. And if we do all the way down the middle again, it works up until this weird bit, which I don't know why it did it like this, but we'll delete that. I'll just move that out a bit to give it some depth. Extrude that there. There we go. Now we're cooking. Fixed it. Screwdriver to her. I have no idea what you're going on about. Is this code? Are we speaking in code? I have a question about AG. What is AG? If you answer that question, I'll answer your question. We're talking about Athletic Greens? The subscription service? Okay, so that would be the first one there. I guess it doesn't have to be symmetrical, but I'd like it if it were somewhat. That doesn't work out great. Well, that's interesting now, isn't it? I'll just select in a line. Nice. Another loop around the hand. The cryptid you're making, Antarctic Godzilla. Ah, gotcha. What's the question? Let's separate the fingers as well, just so it's kind of nice and clean. I'll extend that to this. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. And then this one will extend from here to here. To here. There we go. Is he going to get rigged? Yes. I would like to rig him properly. I want to do like a... Most of the stuff that I make, I haven't made animations with or anything. I want to make an anime. I want to like set up a scene and kind of have a creepy little underwater thing happen. Might even make a video out of it. But I do want to rig him. Move that there. And have a loop at the base of each one of these spiky cones. Nice. Goody goody. Nope. There we go. That one at the back's fine. Okay. And I just gotta do the same thing on the other arm. It's all coming together. Boo, welcome back, Goofy. You have jump scared us all. Cool. Almost done, and then we have an actual good setup for the UV unmap, which means we don't have weird artifacts and stuff. Although, actually, we'll have to do the fingers again on the other side, because I'll need to actually set up a thing down the middle of them. But then once that's done, then it's good. There we go. Alright. Well, that's almost good. It's not really good, but it's almost good. See where that leads, just so that it's split in half. There we go. And that's one finger down. Also, another question, but it's about Mackenzie's Living Lodge, and for your information, I mean, yeah. What's the question? Sorry, I got scared. Yeah. You scared all of us, Goofy. Good on you. Nope, this one. There we go. Fingertips are a little wonky looking topology wise, but I'm okay with it. I don't have an issue with that. This one, did I guesstimate correctly? I almost did, but it's whatever. Almost counts in this situation. No. No. There we go. I'm just gonna mark seam for now, just so I don't accidentally lose any of this progress, because we've done quite a bit so far. Okay, and then this one, we'll extend that out. Bring that one down. Okay, there we go. Seam. What if I post my initial, the Amazing Digital Circus OC on my channel? It'd be pretty epic. I've actually watched much of the Amazing Digital Circus. Watched enough of it that I know it's not my type of thing, but you know. Other than that, I haven't followed it. There we go. That's all those fingers done, and we just have a couple more fingers, and then we essentially have entire mesh done. Hold on, I want to smooth these out because this is a zigzagging bit here. It's okay. Well, I guess it's never going to, but whatever. It's fine. I'll just hate it forever and always, but it's fine. I'll leave it. And then we'll do fingers. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. The concept in my head basing off of yin and yang. It's not a kid show, by the way. Yeah, I know. I got you. That down. There we go. Stuff a short story, you should read it. You know, it's a really good short story is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It's a pretty good one. Good game too. Pretty good. Bring this all the way down there. Lovely. Why is that that way? I don't want that to be like that. Clear seam. There we go. All right, home stretch. UV, mark seam, 2 more fingers. Go. Mark seam, and then 1 more finger. Be done with UV unwrapping forever and ever. At least for this model. Alright, mark seam. There we go. Everything UV unwrap, minimum stretch. That's gonna take its time. Wonderful, it's done. Alright, how does it look in the UV editor? Okay, well that's a bit of a problem because I'm realizing now I didn't make any seams on the tail. I should probably do that. Hold on, we're not done. Make a loop on that. Got so many lines to distinguish between. Alright, that's good. That one. one's also good. I completely guessed that. Hell yeah. We'll do that one. No. That one. Yes. And then not that one, but that one. There we go. Cool. Mark seam, and now minimum stretch. We'll see how that one works. There we go. Look at that. Look at them clean UVs. Let's check out how much stretch it's getting. UV stretch angle. Can I actually hide? Oh, hide UV. Yeah. Alright, there's a little bit of stretching in the face, but that's fine. It's not a lot. I'm fine with it. That's all looking pretty good. Yeah. Alright, cool. So now that we have that, let me guess, the UVs are all messed up when I go back to this mode. Yes, they're all wrong. But we will fix it. We'll just do what we did last time and it'll be totally fine. You. And also body. And then we take this and then we add modifiers and we do shrink wrap after a subdivision modifier. We do subdivision to level 2, and we put it above the shrink wrap, and we shrink wrap to the body, and we do it above surface, and it's 0.2. Oh yeah, wait, we have to fix the mouth again. Hold on. Hold on. Select. Loops. Inner region. Separate. Selection. Select that loop again. And then grid fill. And then we take the grid mouth and then we unwrap it. UV. Unwrap. Minimum stretch. Take this one, we shrink it down, we put it over here where it's not going to be used, and then we do it. Shading. Turn that back on. Also that one. Silent Hill music. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Alright, and then this one we bake again. No valid. Select. Oh yeah, I have to select the body first. That'll do it. That would present an issue. Now we bake. Pressing the final countdown? Hell yeah. Right. And how does that look in the view? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. If we delete that, we go back to this view. Well, see, that did absolutely nothing whatsoever. Why is it like this still? Oh, wait, is it because I have to save the texture? Is it just reading a texture file right now? That's what it is. It's just reading a texture file. Okay, hold on. Not body texture, normal texture, image, save. And now we go back to shading. I love having Silent Hill music play while writing, just hits different. Yeah. I wish I didn't get copyright strikes for some of the other Silent Hill music, because I'd put way more of it on this playlist, but even just this one's a banger. You know, let's write it back. Let's write it back. We'll start that one over. give it a little extra minute before we move on to the next song. Alright. These are a little roughly angled. Could I, like, smooth out this mesh? Hope I can smooth out this mesh because that'd make it a lot easier. Subdivision 2. Shrink wrap onto body again. Above surface by a few meters. By like 0.02. And then let's bake it again. Where did the bake option go? What has happened? Is it this one? No. Where's bake? There's bake. Bake. Wait. Shading. That's why it wasn't there. Bake. No valid object selected. God damn it. Now bake. There we go. What time is it right now for you all? It's 7:10 p.m. in Virginia. Yeah, it's 4:11 for me. Oh, feeling on the West Coast. Alright, and save this one. Yeah, that looks a lot smoother. Image, save. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to save this one. Alright, cool. And then if we go back to shading, does that look proper now? Yes, it does. Look at that. That's wonderful. And I can just get rid of this one. Doesn't even matter. It's like he's got little cracks in it. Again, not a bug. Totally a feature. Completely intended. And then we just delete that. Oh. Damn, that honestly got rid of so much detail doing that. There's a way, because this is like a million faces just to have this detail. So I wish there was a way that I could like preserve it without needing that much detail. Maybe if I just take it down a notch. What does that bring me to? That brings me to 282,000 faces. That's still way too many. Eh, fine, whatever. We'll just have the basic level of detail on it. It looks wrong now, though. What was even baked onto it? I feel like I'm missing something. That's weird. Alright, well, either way, we'll fix it at a later point. I'm getting tired now. Working for about 2 hours now on this project, and I want to relax now. Oh, good luck. Good lord. Alright, we made decent progress though. We got a mouth now. I'm gonna make sure the mouth isn't completely wrong before I continue to close the stream out. Select inner region, delete that, merge these, and then merge vertices by distance. There we go. Alright, cool. Next stream we're actually going to texture paint, okay? And that's a promise. You can hold me to it. Made good progress though. God, it's crazy how much more tired I am after 2 hours of straight blending and talking than I am after 1.5 hours. Half an hour makes a decent difference. But either way, we're going to wrap up. We're going to do actual texture work next time instead of just messing around with geometry nodes and then getting the wrong UVs. But I appreciate you guys coming out for today's stream, and I will catch you in the next one next Saturday. Appreciate you coming out, and peace.